welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ayala, and today I am back with another video. And oh my goodness, I haven't been on camera in a minute, just sitting down doing a sit down video. I feel really good about it. I got really cute today. I feel good. I feel like I look good. The sun is beaming on me, so I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about ways that I've healed from depression. Seasonal depression is something that happens for me yearly, and I think this year has been the first year where I've been able to control it and work my way through it in the best way possible, or in the best ways that work for me. So I just really want to start from the beginning. But before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I have so many new subscribers. I'm so grateful and so thankful for y'all. Comment down below if you're new here. Make sure to go over to my Instagram, DM me, follow me, connect with me. I'm just trying to build a community out here, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. So I think I want to go back to like when I was in elementary school. So I'm originally from LA. I'm Long Beach, California, East Side. I've lived on the West Side, but mostly the East Side. I grew up with both of my parents, my dad, my mom. Just growing up, I didn't really realize until I became an adult that my parents weren't really emotionally available for me. Not because they didn't want to be, but I think it's just because they had their own things going on, traumas that they were trying to heal from, and they probably just didn't know how. Or I feel like when you grow up and you see certain stuff, it kind of reflects on your adulthood. And so some stuff that you really don't know about or are not knowledgeable about because it was never in your presence. Nobody ever told you about it. You never went to seek the information to figure out if, just like specific things in life that you can like go and get knowledge on, that you may not have been able to get from like your childhood and stuff, up until your adulthood. So my parents were very present, but I did realize when it came to like me expressing my feelings, I felt kind of like shut down a little bit, or like I couldn't fully express myself because I was a child. And I know in Black households it's very common for the parents to just say, I'm the parent, listen to me, be quiet, sit down. And a lot of times that causes like a lot of like trauma and feeling like you're not heard, and it'll cause you to like shut down. It'll create anxiety. For me, I know it created anxiety for me growing up, like expressing my feelings. I kind of just like started bottling things in, and I was depressed, and I didn't know how to define what I was feeling at the time. I didn't know I was depressed at the time, but looking back, I was. And I realized that I was, for the first time, the year after, I think it was 2020 when the pandemic happened. I had moved, I started a business. I was really like stressed out because I was going into my adulthood not knowing how things were gonna go. I didn't have any set plans. I was going through some issues with both of my parents, which I'm really grateful that I'm building a healthy relationship with them now. But it was like a really tough time for me, and that's when I figured out that I was actually depressed, because the people I was around was like, are you depressed? And I would just be like, no. But I didn't know that the things that I was doing were symptoms of depression. Like I would want to sleep all the time, be up under the covers. Like I was not motivated at all. I was randomly crying at times. I was super sensitive, and I was losing weight. I wasn't really eating like that. Skin was breaking out. It was just like a whole bunch of like signs that I was depressed. And so when I finally figured that out, it took me 3 years to finally do something about it. And within those 3 years, from 2020 to 2023, which is this year, in June, like the beginning of June or the end of May, is when I started actually prioritizing my mental health. I was in a toxic relationship for those 3 years, and that actually really took a toll on me. I lost myself in that. I started to not be motivated. I started to have these like unaliving thoughts, and losing weight. I just wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't doing the things I felt called to. I wasn't growing. I was feeling stagnant. The person I was with was not willing to grow with me at the time, and it was just really, really difficult. And so I made this transition and I moved, and so now I'm back home for a little while, and I prioritize my mental health. And so from my adolescent years up until my adult years, I was depressed, didn't know. Now I know. Now I know how to handle it. Now I know the things to do. And so the things that I did do, one of the things that I did was I started going to therapy because I felt like it was getting really, really out of hand. I mean, I was going through a breakup, but I also was going through other things and battling other things on my own. And I wanted to just prioritize doing that. So I did start therapy. I talked to someone. I did an 8-week course and I spoke to them once a week, and it was really, really good. It helped me get more clarity, understanding of why I was feeling those ways, because I knew certain things had happened in my life to where I felt certain ways, but I didn't know like the root or how to like what to do or how to do it. And so that really helped me, just talking to somebody who didn't know me, an unbiased person, and it just really helped me be more clear about what I'm feeling, how to navigate through certain days when I don't want to get up, when I'm constantly crying. And that's like, I wouldn't say that's the number one thing, but that's like definitely one of the things that really, really shifted my perspective on depression. And another thing I would say is like I really, really tapped into like my spirituality and my spiritual journey, and I started doing more meditating, more yoga, more mind, body, spirit connection, because I do believe in you can't have one without the other. Like, in order to fully heal, I do believe you have to prioritize the mind, body, and spirit to fully heal. And so I would practice like, and I still do it to this day. I did yoga this morning. It's a part of my morning routine, and I try to do it at night as well, just to like decompress and stuff. And I struggled with meditating for a long time because I feel like there was like this stigma over it that you had to do it a certain way, and it's really what works for you. There's different type of meditations. You can sit there in a child's pose and close your eyes and deep breathe. It's not about not thinking or freeing your thoughts. It's just about finding a sense of peace, connecting with yourself, and really getting in tune with the thoughts that are going through your head. And just like, it's like for me, it was like one of those things where like I can decompress after like a long day or feeling overstimulated or stressed. It was kind of one of those things that like was like, okay, I'm gonna relax, deep breathe, find a peace of mind, and try to put myself in a positive state of mind. And another form of meditation for me is like yoga. So I just put on like some calming music. I move my body in the ways that feel good to me, because I do feel like energy, everything is energy, and there's a lot of energy that gets stored in our bodies that stays there. And if we don't move our body and stretch our body in certain ways, then that causes certain mental illnesses, physical illnesses, and it's even scientifically proven, and you guys can look that up for yourself. But it's a really huge thing with like moving your body and getting in tune with yourself. So that's like another form of meditation for me. Another form of meditation is me kind of just like doing like a guided meditation. I'll put on like something where somebody's kind of like speaking, and it's like all over. Like, you can find it on Apple Music, YouTube. I do mines on like Spotify or YouTube. So I'll just put that on, close my eyes, lay down. I can also do that like in the morning time sometimes. But the yoga meditation is like the top tier for me, because I do like to move my body, and I feel good when I'm like not stagnant and I can just like, you know, freely move my body and my hips and stuff. And it has really, really helped me. Another form of meditation as well is like Like last night I did Zentangle, which is like patterns. You basically like just draw patterns over and over to create like designs or art, or just do whatever you want to do. It's really like something that'll allow you to like calm down, focus. It teaches you patience and consistency. Sorry for the noise in the back. That's so like annoying, but that really teaches me like patience and consistency and focus, and to kind of just like be in the present moment. It helps me decompress before I go to bed, and that's something I just do like if I'm bored and I don't want to spend my time always working, editing, or doing other things on my computer. That's something that I'll do. Or even like coloring, getting a coloring book, and that's like another form of meditation. Like it doesn't have to be something where you're trying to like stop thinking. Like you're never gonna stop thinking. Your brain is always gonna have thoughts like every couple seconds, and that's just like a really important thing to keep in mind when doing meditation. Is your thoughts are not gonna go away. It's just how you control them and how you shift your perspective during meditation. So that's something that worked for me. And another thing is going outside more. Like I feel like when I started going out in nature more, looking more at grass, having the sun beaming on my skin, and just like being able to just close my eyes and listen to the birds chirping, it just brings me so much peace, and it makes me feel more connected. And that's a huge thing that has really helped me heal from my depression. And I don't know if I would be where I am if I didn't take that time to go out in nature, because being in a box for me, being in the house for me doesn't do it. That makes me feel really depressed. I don't believe that we're supposed to be in boxes all day. Like literally cars are boxes. It's like four sides to it. Homes, four sides to it. It's a box. Go to work, four sides to it. Like we should be outside more. And even like kids and going to school, I feel like that's so unhealthy for kids to be inside of a building in a box all day. Like that's not how we learn. That's why certain kid, that's like a whole nother thing. But yeah, going out in nature really helped me a lot. It's one of those things that's kind of slept on low key. Like some people are like, why do I need to go out in nature to feel good? That's not gonna help me. I actually was really close to someone that had that perspective, and I feel like try things consistently before you say that it doesn't work for you. Try things consistently before you say it's not, you know, like beneficial or it doesn't help in any way. Because meditation for me, like I never gave up on it, and I now like receive certain things from that, and it benefits me in certain ways. So yeah, one more thing that I feel like that I know really helped me heal from my depression, and I'm not saying that I'm fully like 100%, like I still battle with things, I still have my moments, but 90% of my days are good. I do have those days in those seasons. Like around this time, I do get seasonal depression sometimes, and those are things that I've implemented, like journaling, to be able to find a peace of mind, get like those negative thoughts out of my head onto papers. Or even if it's not negative thoughts, just sometimes it's like feeling certain emotions from certain traumas, and having a disconnect from certain people that I love. Like those things get to me at some points, and especially when it's like around the holiday times. And I feel like your body knows certain things that happen around certain times. Like it's like, I don't really know how to explain it, but like your body is familiar to certain times of the year. But that can also be contradicting, because I believe that time is an illusion. which is a whole nother thing. But I do believe in your body being triggered by certain emotions and it like kind of tapping in or being familiar with certain things. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm sorry, y'all, but I do believe in that. And so around this time I do like get in that mode, and those are like things that has really helped me transition and stuff. And I also feel like the last thing that has really helped me is psychedelics. And don't click off of this video, like, I know some people are against that. They view it as drugs. It's not good for you. It makes you crazy, whatever. But it's such like a misconception about psychedelics, mushrooms, and people don't realize that they are so healing, and the properties that they have allow you to feel more present and like you belong here in a way. And that's one thing that it really helped me with when I was like in a deep depression. I didn't really feel like I belonged here or like I had a purpose, or it just didn't make sense to me because of the type of systems that were created for us. And I just wasn't really connected, and I didn't feel like, yeah, I didn't feel like this is where I wanted to be. And so when I did psychedelics, it helped me feel more like I belong here, like I'm one with everything. I felt way more connected. I actually got way more in tune with God and myself. It helped me get to know myself more. It brought out certain emotions in me that I didn't really know. That was like deep down that I didn't think about on a daily basis. It gave me a lot of like downloads and clarity on what I needed to do. And it's like so like it's like a teacher, almost like a teacher for life. Like nature is one of those things. Like I'm not religious, never will be religious, never will submit myself to it. I won't say never, but I don't plan to ever commit to a certain religion. My religion is nature. I learn a lot through nature. Nature teaches me love. Nature teaches me kind. Nature teaches me how to eat. Nature teaches me how to heal. Nature does heal me. Nature helps me connect with myself. Nature also teaches me what my nature is as a woman, and it gets really deep. And when you actually look into stuff, you'll be able to realize that you're more in tune with what's around you than you think you are. It'll also show you that that the people that are around you or that you come in contact with are reflections of you in some way. It taught me how to be more kind. I've always been a really kind person and all about love, but it has really taught me to be more aware about that. And I feel like I can do like a whole separate video on that once I get more informative. But just from my experiences with psychedelics, it just really helped me shift my whole mindset, be more grateful for life, be more love, be more kind, be more accepting of who I am and the journey. And I actually have been able to connect with my spiritual guides, and I'm protected. I've connected with them. I've communicated with them in certain ways. And yeah, so don't be afraid. I'm not trying to persuade you or anything, but I believe in trying things for yourself and not just taking somebody else's word because they say something is a certain way. Psychedelics is medication. It is healing. It grows from the ground. It's not something that was made in a laboratory. And a lot of things that nature provides us heals us in some way. And there are certain things that obviously we can't consume, but psychedelics, mushrooms, it's one of the things that does really help people. And they actually made it legal in Oregon for like nurses and doctors and stuff who deal with like mental illnesses, depression, anxiety and stuff. They're actually using it as something that's healing now, and in a few years or in like a decade, it's gonna be like that in California or wherever you guys are. So I would say, you know, start tapping into that. It helped me get really into it with myself. It helped me heal in a lot of ways. And as far as like seasonal depression, it's called seasonal depression for a reason. It doesn't stay all year long. It's temporary. The emotion is temporary. And really just get more in tune with yourself. Meditate more. Do yoga more. Journal more. Find activities that can bring you peace. Be around people that can bring you peace and that are supportive of you. Because that's another thing that allowed me to heal, is removing myself from certain groups or certain people who didn't really support me in those situations or weren't really there for me when I needed them to be. And it's really about just choosing yourself and loving yourself more. I didn't let my childhood trauma take over. I didn't let my childhood trauma make me. I made the trauma, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't become my trauma. And you never want to become your trauma. You always want to heal. It doesn't matter what happened in your childhood. And like I said, I love my parents and everything. They weren't emotionally available for me at that time, and I'm still learning to kind of accept certain things that have happened, because it's life. People have their own journeys. People do the best they can, and I know my parents did the best they can, especially with all that they've been through in their adolescent years. And so that's a little bit about how I healed from my depression. I just got way more in tune with myself. I started prioritizing myself. I stopped making life all about work, 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 and paying bills. And I really started connecting more with myself and learning how to enjoy life, getting cute, making myself feel good, speaking life into myself. And that's another thing too, is affirmations. I really started speaking life into myself every morning, getting in the mirror, telling myself I'm beautiful, telling myself that I'm a boss, that I'm doing a great job, to keep going, that I got this. And it just has really helped me. You have to be that person for yourself before anybody else can be that for you. So yeah, one more tip before I do go is, when you are lacking something and you are asking for something, affirm that to yourself. So if you feel like you are lacking love, tell yourself that I need love, I am love, I attract love. If you feel like you are lacking confidence, tell yourself that I am confident, I am beautiful, I am gorgeous, I am divine. Like, if you feel like you are not connected with God and you need a connection with God, really pray about that. Really speak to yourself in certain ways that you would want God to connect with you. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This channel is all about peace, self-love. I do rants, I do business videos here and there, I do lifestyle vlogs. I'm plant-based now, so I'm going to start doing more videos on the things that I make and recipes. I'm working out more now, so I'm gonna be doing more videos in regards to that, showing you guys my routine, showing you guys my recipes, showing you guys what I do on a daily basis, and to just live a fruitful life. Maybe after this video I might do like a get to know me video, because I do have so many new people on here and I just want to reintroduce myself. So make sure to go to my Instagram and follow me. I'm going to do a poll so you guys can ask me some questions, anything you guys want to know. It doesn't have to be get to know me questions. It could just be something that you want to know in life, or even if I missed something in this video, because sometimes I do that and I'll go back and be like, damn, I didn't say this or that. Comment down below, ask me the question. I am more than happy to respond and give you the advice that I can give, because ultimately I'm just sharing things based off of my experience and the wisdom I've gained from those experiences. So I'm not a therapist. I'm not you know, certified in anything like that. So I'm just here to, you know, show who I am and do the best I can to help my peers. And I believe in holistic healing, and I'm gonna start talking more about that on here. So yeah, you guys, thank y'all so much for watching. It's your girl Ayala, and I am out. Peace and blessings. Mwah.